Good afternoon, respected CMA, Dhananjay sir, Arindam, delegates on the dais, off the dais. So it's always a great honor to be here, and this is not the first time I have been coming to this cost convention, and I always love to be here to meet all of you people. And every time I hear the experts, the respected speakers, I end up carrying more than what I actually able to give. So I'm always humbled to the cause. But I must say that today I felt it's slightly unfair. I don't know it's coincidence or not. Whatever I thought I'll speak, Madam and Neeraj sir have already spoken. So I don't have anything more. Normally I don't go carry a script. I speak whatever impromptu I have in mind. So today the topic is Vikshit Bharat. My boss used to tell me, the CEO, accountant is always remains an accountant, and I take it with a lot of honor. Accountant will never speak anything without facts and figures. So if you say Vikshit Bharat, and Madam rightly said, I completely agree with you. India was always Vikshit, and then there were a set of rulers, foreigners, invaders, tyrants who came to India, stole a lot of things, and left India where we were. And since then we have moved along. 1950s, our GDP growth rate was 1.5, 1.6%. Now we are clocking more than 6%. Last quarter we did around 6, and we are very sorry, we are very upset. Why 6? Why not 6.4? Why our rate is coming? So we come to that state. We are the fastest growing of emerging economies, right? We are all said to be a 5 trillion economy very soon. Per capita income, what was it around 1950s? I have the figure, it was around 3,000, 3,500 per annum. Now it is, everyone most of the Indians earn more than 10,000, 12,000 per month. It's like easy to 130, 140 per annum. Literacy rate, it was 18% to almost 77% now. Mortality rate, it was like 134 kids, 140, 150 kids used to die every 1,000. Now it's less than 50 or 60. Literacy rate is very high. So from social sector we have really come up. From infrastructure, you will be fascinated to know, in 1940s or 1950s we had only 14 airports, and today I think around 148. The new Mumbai airport will very come soon, so it will be 149 to 150. Let's see. So we have moved. The roads and railways have multiplied several times, 15 times, 20 times. Data, internet, digital, we were nowhere at one point of time. We are where we are. We are a country. The world respects us for our internet penetration and the digital expertise. ISRO has made us all proud. So I mean to say India is really Viksit, but it was a process. We have moved from where we were to where we are. But the important things, we have to move there. That is our target, that is our aim. And I believe, and I know, as all of you said, the CMAs have played a very, very important role. They are a very important part of this nation building. In 1940s, when we were in a very bad state, and in 1947 we got the independence, cost consciousness, cost control, cost optimization, as Madam Wright was explaining these terms, was very, very important, and we need to have people who have this knowledge. At that time, there was licensed RAJ, so costing was very, very important. I knew for getting a cost audit report of a company, people would do anything, stand ups and downs. I started my career in costing in one of the very premier PSU, and I knew how the costing records were kept very confidential, very secret. Now, in this era, those things are, not that secret. It's all there. People know. People can understand your costing structure, etc. So that was there. So as we are transferring, we're moving very fast. We CMAs have to also change. Okay. For me, there are only two sides of a story, or people with two sides of the table. If you are CMA, either you are sitting on one side or the other side. Either you are auditor, or you are in compliance, or you are in a corporate role. In corporate also you may be in compliance. In a corporate role, you are doing business. So one of the first and foremost things the CMS needs to do has to have agility in life. In today, any profession, why CMA? Any profession needs to have agility in life. You don't have agility, you are dropped dead. And some people are very unfortunate like me. I can tell you my story because Bengalis are known to be very good storyteller, and if they give them microphone and a cup of tea, they can speak hours. But I know paucity of time. We are there. We are late by almost 1.5 hours, so I will make it very short and sweet. So I started my career in direct tax, then indirect tax, and then suddenly when I was in the PSU and Reliance was the PSU, I was pushed into SAP implementation. I never heard of SAP. Neeraj sir is a FICO expert, and I was put into FICO implement. I was asked to learn that and implement. It was something. So it was a new domain. I didn't know anything, but I did implement. Then I moved into costing role. I became head of a costing, a very big company, and then I found this CMA profession helped. The CMA inside me always helped, always played a very critical role, whatever I achieved. Okay, from costing I made it to head of accounts, and I became chief accounts officer of Reliance for the entire group. So I managed around more than 500 entities, including the flagship company of Reliance Industries Limited, which is the largest company by market cap. Again, the CMA profession, the CMA inside me helped. Sustainability. I was far away from sustainability. One fine day, my boss told me that you are responsible for sustainability and reporting from this year. Reporting, which was February, since March and April you have to report. So again, it was like pushing me into a deep sea without a person who doesn't know swimming. I did it. The CMA inside me helped. I'll explain you why. And still, I get the sustainability reporting of Reliance Industries, which is the largest. If you see a balance sheet, you will find that our carbon footprint, carbon emission is more than 145 million tons every year, which is mammoth. But still, we are one of the most respected companies from sustainability point of view because of the circularity and the effort that we do. It could have been much more, because if we don't generate fuel, the amount of fuel that we generate, then India would have had to import those, and then India would have been in a very bad shape. So we are serving India. But at the same time, we ensure that we minimize the carbon footprint, we minimize the emission, and so we have spent more than 10 billion of US dollars in filling 5 gigafactories, battery, moving from solar, hydrogen. And the most important aspect is the CBG business, compressed biogas business. I am the chief business officer of that, and I am pushed into that business 3 months back. So why I am telling you this story is that there are so many transitions in my life. And every time I had to show agility to survive. So for survive, agility is there. And the CMA inside me always helped. Madam spoke of logistics. So as chief business officer, when my job is to minimize cost and increase EBITDA, I found the logistic cost is very, very important. In my business, the raw material cost is 500 rupees and logistic cost is 200 rupees. That is the way of business that I do, right? It is from waste to gas, that is manufacturing. So how do you minimize that logistic cost? When I am given the job and I am trying to build the strategy, it is actually the CMA inside me which does the job. So I am a chartered accountant, a cost accountant, and a few other degrees are also there. So when you are in corporate life and when you are a business manager, no one tags you. You are an MBA or a CA or a ICWA or whatever you are, or an engineer. It is that you have to deliver something, you have to reach a deadline, or you have to reach a destination. There, as a professional, you work. But the question is, and the important thing I always felt, the CMA part, the knowledge that you gather from being a cost accountant, the cost consciousness you have, it always helps. Madam spoke sometimes cost optimization, cost control, cost reduction. In my opinion, there are new terms like controllership is a very no one likes to be controller. No one like to be controlled. So anyone who has a tag of control is not being like that. So the controller tag is going away. It is just being brought into some other tags. Similarly, the ultimate object is to have more with less. If you have more, if you generate more with less, you are ahead than competitors. You will make more profit than others. So people will respect you. You will be ahead of the curve. So it is always like that. Whatever name you call, you have to generate more with less. In fact, the sustainability concept is exactly the same. Now I'll tell you a few stories. I have a lot of friends who are in good say positions in US and other countries. So one of my friends was telling me that I will not name the institute, even the top ranking MBA institute are finding people to place their people in top ranking, when the names we keep on hearing every day. So second day, one of my friends' son who is actually passed out from a top ranking UK university, which we know. So he's saying that he's not got a job, he's coming back to India and got a job in India. So it struck me why it is. So I spoke to them and I found out that AI has taken the world. A lot of jobs that used to be done by freshers like MBAs, accountants, etc. are no more required. It is done by AI. So does this mean that accountant will lose the job? They are not required. It is not that. Accountant will need to create the AI. But the important thing is they need to change their job from doing some basic things to some analytical things, or be recipient of the analysis than do the analysis, because those are doing the systems. Similarly, lawyers. Previously, in my time, when I was studying CA, so I knew many students who were really respected and loved by teachers because they had a huge memory. They can remember every case law and sections, and they would boast. Whatever you say, they will refer to a case law or a section. And I could never do that. And I could say that they will always be ahead than me in the curve, because I don't have such memory, to be honest. But now they're obsolete. In today's AI, you don't need to know case laws, you need to know sections, etc. They are actually AI tools that if you put something, they will actually do the case, draft the case, do everything for you. If I have to make a presentation, I used to have few people of MBAs who used to always help me and all these things. Today I have AI which helps me. I just need to tell I need this. They give me something which is almost ready within 1 hour. I myself can make a fantastic presentation of 50 or 60 slides. So that is what AI is doing. So what I am going to tell you is that we have played a great role in nation building, but tomorrow will be very different. So what we need to do different tomorrow? So we need to move from the conventional side. Who are in regulator or who are in compliance, so they are bothered. They have to be see what government rules, regulations, etc. Who are in professional business, so they have to move from the convention side. They have to think differently.